Hello and welcome back to Cali Legends Media. First of all, thank you to the subscribers. The channel's been growing steadily. Not sure we're going to hit that 7,000 by the end of this month, but I'm sure by next month we will. But never know. We picked up a lot of subscribers last month, towards the end of the month, with like 400 subscribers. So could happen. In any case, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and set the notification bell on all so you'll be notified whenever a new video drops or if we go live. Also, very important, if you like or you appreciate the video or the work and the time it took into making the video, if you could hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. It's a way to support the channel. Yeah, and I'd appreciate it very much. Okay, getting into this conversation right now that I'm about to get into. I had to really think about doing this. Now, I've shared other situations that I've gotten into in my neighborhood. This is the last of this type of situation I'm going to share because it's going to happen often, I'm sure. If I ever do share something like this again, it'd be something serious happen. Either, got hit by a blower or poked, So this is what happened. It was Easter Sunday yesterday, okay? And I'm driving down Whittier Boulevard. I'm going to a friend's. Nevertheless, it's already embedded in me to keep an eye on my mirrors, see who's behind me, who's around me, I'm always looking, I'm always watching, I'm always seeing, right? Well, I'm driving down Whittier Boulevard. I'm on the slow lane, and I'm headed east. There's one lane to my left, and to my right, there's the sidewalk and the shops, right? So I'm driving, and I see this youngster, and he's walking like he looks like he's on a mission. I pretty much disregarded him, didn't pay attention. And I caught the red light. So I'm sitting there in the red light, I'm looking around, and all of a sudden, from the rear, on my right-hand side, on my window, passenger window, a head pops in, and he has his hands on the windowsill of the car. Hey, you from Mariana? And I looked at him and I told him, yeah. And after that, he goes, yeah, you pulled a blower on me and my homies the other day, he tells me, right? I'm like, nah, homie, you got the wrong car, dog, or the wrong person. Nah, I remember your car, man, and I seen it clearly in your hand. I go, well, you know what? It wasn't me. I'm not sure what you think you're seeing or why you think you recognize this car, And let me tell you something about my car. My car is very distinctive, okay? There's no other car like this one, this color and in this condition, except mine, okay? Here in the neighborhood, right? And this neighborhood is very close to us, okay? It was somebody from Maravilla. It was a Maravilla neighborhood. And goes, no, it was your car. Well, about my car, sometimes it looks black, sometimes it looks green. So that's why I really, really like the paint job. And everybody tells me, hey, I thought your car was black, and other people tell me, I thought your car was green, It really does, man. It depends how the light hits it, what angle you're looking at it from. And, that's just the way my car appears. So I don't even know what color car had pulled up on this young vato, and I guess they threw down on the vato, and he's saying it was me, right? Anyways, when another youngster comes running up, right, and the one that approached my car first tells him, hey, this is vato's from Mariana. He pulled a blower on me and the homies the other day. So this youngster already has his hand underneath his t-shirt like he has something. Can't say he did or he didn't. But now this youngster pulls up and he gets in the same type of posture, right? And he's telling me, hey, you pulled a blower on my homies. I go, man, I already explained to your little homie here, man, that it wasn't me. You know what I mean? I don't go around gang banging and shit. I mean, I just don't do that. You know what I mean? Too old for that. I ain't trying to go to prison for the rest of my life. You know? I think about things like that. You know? And you will too when you get my age, if you don't come to your senses sooner. But hey, I already explained to him. I don't know why he's saying it was me or it was my. Nah, I know this car, this and that. And I go, you know what? I don't know what to tell you, homie. It wasn't me, dog. And then two other guys come on. As I'm talking to these two guys come from this side. Now, these two guys were tall. They were long, skinny, and tall. Actually, I was thinking they were gabachos, you know. They didn't look like homies. The ones on my right, yeah, they look like homies, you know, like youngsters, you know. But these vatos, they didn't even look like homies. They it's a different style, you know. These days, they dress different. They look different. You know, it's just the way it is. But anyways, so the first question this vato asks is, hey, where's this vato from? They tell him, he's from Mariana. You from Mariana? So I go, yeah, I'm lucky from Mariana. And so cars are honky now. You know, this is Whittier Boulevard. The light's green, you know, but I'm still stopped talking with these guys. And I didn't realize at the time, but I had my chains out, you know, like this. And this tall, skinny vatos on this side, he could have easily just reached in and grabbed them, you know, and I would have had to, you know, my concentration would have switched to my left. And I think the bigger threat was on my right, you know. Anyways, long story short, the light turns green and the vato tells me, hey, homie, turn right here around the corner and pull over. I go, nah, Charlie. I go, if you want, I'll get out of the way and I'll get off the street. I'll pull over right here. Don't trip. So they get on the sidewalk and I pull the car over to the curb like I'm parked, right? And these two vatos on this side come and get up close to the car. And, you know, they're like, they're not saying anything anymore. It's mostly, I don't know, I'll be honest with you, man. I think the chavalo, he probably smoked frios or he did something that didn't have his mind right. You know what I mean? The other youngster, he was in his senses, and he gave the impression like he was sober, and if he was high, very much in control of his thoughts and stuff. You know, the other guy was just on a weird one, you know. But anyways, so I had mentioned something about some writing that I seen on the wall that their vato had put. And I told him, I go, hey, homie, you know, tell your homies about writing that pedo, because that's a derogatory term that the sureños that we have pedo with call us from Maravilla, you know what I mean? Anyways, I was trying to get that across to them, but, you know, everybody started talking at one time and everything. And so I just told him, well, hey, homie, so what's up? You know, like, I already told this vato that it wasn't me who pulled the blower out. I know what to tell him anymore. I don't know what to tell you, vatos. And one of the vatos goes, hey, homie, just jam then. I said, just jam. Ponle. And the light was green, right? So I pulled away, and they were like, fuck this. And they just continued, you know, doing what they were doing. The reason why I said I'm not going to be doing videos like this is that I don't want to come across like I'm trying to front these vatos off or anything. That's why I won't say what barrio they were from. They were homies though from Maravilla, you know what I mean? And what I tripped out on, man, is that they were young, man. They were youngsters, you know what I mean? And like when I was young like that, I never came up on vatos my age, you know what I mean? I never ran up on them like the way they ran up on my car and like, you know, like got around the car all crazy and shit, talking all this craziness, you know what I mean? Like we wouldn't do that to an older homie, you know what I mean? No matter where he was from, you know. What Maravilla, we didn't care, you know. It's an older homie, you know what I mean? Uh, I don't know. I don't know what it is. You know, it's a different get down. Like I don't know, man. I'm not used to that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Uh, although I never underestimate anybody, and you guys know me, man. You guys have seen me in many videos, and I keep my head on a swivel, and I'm always trying to keep an eye on who's coming up for me from behind and stuff. And it's not being paranoid, man. It's just, um, look what happened. You know what I mean? It could have went all bad at any time. You know what I mean? It just takes a one bad decision real quick. Ñacas, I would have been gone. And it's a trip because you know what I thought of? This is funny. Of all the things I could have been thinking of, right? I was thinking, today's Easter. I'm on Whittier Boulevard, and it'd be a trip, for people to find out that I got unalived on Whittier Boulevard on Easter. You know what I mean? That I got popped, And I was thinking about that, and like, man, that'd be fucked up. You know what I mean? And I don't know why I thought that. I was thinking just real quick, like probably my son would get on Cali Legends and, hey, my pops now be doing videos, man. This spell happened and he's no longer with us. And I why would I think about that? You know what I mean? I tripped out. And instead of all the things to think about, that was the first thing. And then I start thinking about other things that, of course, that I would go through, that I'm glad nothing happened, man. I'll be honest with you, because where I'm at right now, health-wise, I don't think I could pull off a wound from a blower. You know what I mean? Not even some picks. I just couldn't. I don't think I would make it back from something like that right now. Because I got a little bit trouble breathing and stuff, and yeah, it would have been all bad, man. And all it would have took because usually the way things happen is there's a group, and it just takes one to set things off. You know what I mean? And like they say, one bean goes, the whole burrito goes. You know what I mean? And I was really concerned on this one guy that was really convinced that I had pulled the strap on him. You know what I mean? And there was nothing I could do or say to convince him. You know what I mean? I told him, hey, I don't be doing that no more. That's not the way I live my life anymore, man. I'm too old for that shit. I ain't trying to spend the rest of my life in prison. So I'm telling you, it didn't happen. You know what I mean? Even the fact that I stood there to explain it became odd to me after. Like, why didn't I just chirp out? You know what I mean? But I guess part of them bad decisions, of staying around, and just my nature and the way I was brought up was like, nah, I'm not gonna show that fear, that weakness. I stood in character. I stood in, and it might have been a foolishness, and I probably would have thought so if I would have ended up in a box. Well, I wouldn't have thought anything then. Or if I would end up in the hospital, I would have thought, well, I should have just drove off. I would have thought about it then. You know what I mean? I didn't. I'm glad I didn't, and I'm glad I got a chance to say what I had to say about this, because, like, I drive around all the time. You know what I mean? I don't need their whole barrio to think that I was pulling blowers on their little homies and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's those days are over for me. You know what I'm saying? But I guess it don't matter to some people. It's like, whatever name you carry or wherever you're from, it's like, we got one. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. It's just different. I don't remember being a youngster and beating up an old homie, an older dude. Like, why? You know what I mean? Especially if they're not doing nothing, not fucking around. You know what I mean? I'm driving down Whittier Boulevard, you know, just doing me. You know what I'm saying? It just goes to show you, man, anything could happen at any time. Be careful out there, people. Yeah, stay free. Enjoy all the beautiful things that comes with us having our freedom. But also, be very careful, man, because people are under a different influence now. You know, some people are a little psychotic. But sometimes they don't realize it, and neither do their homies. But people aren't thinking right. You know what I mean? And, you know, all because of what this one guy was spitting, the rest of his homeboys could have felt some sort of way and took that out on me. You know what I mean? And this was it was very real to me. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, you know, 5 against 1. You know, and the whole situation was a bad situation. You know what I mean? And I got to be more careful. You know, and more vigilant, even more than I've been. You know, I don't know if me speaking on this channel had anything to do with this, or, you know, that I got recognized and seen, and then maybe they feel some sort of way. I don't know. You know what I mean? I have done videos about their barrio, not about their barrio, but, you know, just about, you know, all our barrios. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I think dude was making up an excuse. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe he really thought it was me. I don't know. Anyways, people, be careful. Be safe out there. And God bless you. God bless your families. And I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.